First time for everything. What's the word, people? It's your boy John back at you with another reaction video, man. I got the weirdest Tubi movies, man. I never, ever watched a Tubi movie in my life, man. If I did, I probably didn't know it. Probably some hood movie from before Tubi even came out. But, yeah, man. If it's like how people been telling me they are, then we all in for a treat. Let's get to it, man.
I'm just a kid.
Slow that already, bro. What was that?
A magnificent visual art form that can show the riveting story of one's life or journey. They can display the harshness of someone's struggles and the beauty of someone's rise, conveying emotions that whenever I see them on screen, I can't help but feel the same way the character is feeling on screen. Not only that, they can introduce you to a new world that is entirely detached from our reality that I'm almost always engulfed in. I think that's a beautiful wonder about movies. They can spark out emotions for me that I just can't get from any other media. But what kind of deep emotions does movies like this spark for me? Of course, just like with everything else in existence, there's a not so good counterpart to movies. And these counterparts could be found way easier nowadays since most blockbusters nowadays aren't really that good anymore. Like y'all making so many superhero movies nowadays, when are you guys gonna make the Black Bomber superhero movie? I need that. I'll see that in theaters 3 times in a row. Y'all show my boy no respect. And yet y'all gonna produce the 18th billionth Fast and Furious movie. Ain't nobody wanna see that?
Pause. Don't nobody want to see no more Fast and Furious movies, man. Like, how fast can you go? It don't even be about racing no more. It's just a flat out action drug dealing movie, like tanks and airplanes. I thought this was about cars. What is this?
Streaming services be producing half the slop we be consuming nowadays. You can find many of them on Netflix. There's a ton of banger movies on there. But after seeing it on TikTok from time and time again, it seems like there's a streaming service that is a gold mine for not only B movies, but low quality looking, $50 budget, filmed on a Motorola looking ass movies. Tubi. And when finding this out, my curiosity got the best of me. I needed to see this. And when I checked it out, I was not only amazed, but I was perplexed on how amazing these movies are. Some of these movies will make Martin Scorsese reconsider what true cinema is.
And this bitch is sitting on my living room couch. You the only one with a key.
What are you talking about?
Tiffany the doll.
Boy, I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't been there in weeks.
Where the fuck did she go?
Tubi, if you ain't know, is a streaming service like the others, but unlike them, out of their original catalog, they have great works of art like Bad Cat, Mary Finger Kill, and Shark Side of the Moon. You know, absolute classics that everybody knows. But outside the originals they produce, Tubi also has a big catalog of B movies. Not the jazz one, but low budget and indie movies. It has a whole bunch of films made by everyday people like you and me, since anybody can make a movie nowadays. If you got a camera, you can make a movie. The thing is, a lot of these films don't look the best, or sound the best, or even make sense half the time, but that's okay. These people made and created a movie that they're so proud of that they released it to the public for all of us to watch. There's no better accomplishment than that. I'll be talking about one movie today, and that movie is titled Love Beat the Hell Out of Me. And today, I'll be going through and over these movies, just so you guys can see a glimpse of what I saw of what Tubi has to offer. By the way, this ain't sponsored by Tubi. They ain't paying me jack to do this. But if a Tubi exec is watching this, my pockets are open. Just like how my pockets are open for today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game that was ever made in the history of mankind. Play more than 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships in dynamic, combined armed PvP battles. Every vehicle is incredibly detailed and modeled down to their individual components, offering a highly immersive combat experience. And if you're a warhead wanting to play this game, you're in luck. The vehicles in War Thunder span more than 100 years in development, from the 1920s to the present day. And it has an in-depth customization for vehicles, apply hundreds of different camouflages, place historical markings anywhere on your machine. Is download it now. It's free. Whether you gotta download it now. All right, let's get this started. I gotta go to my BBL appointment later. So the movie I'll be talking about is Love Beat the Hell Out of Me. Now, I'm not sure this movie is trying to be a sequel or a remake to the 2000 movie with the same title starring the original War Machine, but honestly, my research ended there. I ain't watching both movies. The movie starts off with the beautifully done studio logos and title card with some MF Doom song playing in the background. I don't know, I've only heard them from TikTok. And right at the start, we get introduced to our two main characters doing it. Okay, why start off a movie with a sex scene? Why? You instantly make it awkward when I'm with my family. Anyways, our two characters, Renee and Antonio, are happily married. They got a kid and they're doing fine, I guess. Then we cut to Antonio's job at his office and he already acting like a demon. His boss enters and introduces him to the new hire, Rhonda. And you can already see mad romantical tension between them. You can cut it with a sword or tortilla. It was that obvious. Next scene, we are at a school with Renee dropping off her son too, and in his class, there she meets her son's new teacher, and the dude is buff like a Samoan. By the end of their convo, you can see even more romantical tension in the air. We've seen so much lustful tension with these two, and it was never with each other. She then leaves because she ain't trying to act up, you know? Next, we're at a studio, hearing one of the best songs ever recorded.
Sitting in my crib, trying to get blown. Niggas need to understand my shit just flows. Like the breeze off the fucking lake. I got this dope shit uncut, make your ass lose.
So this dude is Renee's brother, and apparently this is Antonio's studio. And they're all part of this music group. I forgot what it's called. And Antonio invited some fine singers to help him record a song. Renee's brother and Antonio start hollering at these girls, and all of a sudden, this dude becomes a comedian.
No, he didn't call himself T-Slit. For real? This candy man looking goofy.
No.
Yeah, how dare you sabotage me in front of these ladies when your sister is literally my wife? But they kiss and make up at the end, so it's all cool. Then we teleport to this long salon scene where Renee works out, and all the girls there are roasting each other, talking about their kids and that new teacher Renee met today. Her salon buddies egg her, trying to get the deets out of her, but she shows off her wedding ring, announcing her loyalty to Antonio. How sweet. Alright, not gonna lie, first third of this movie is kind of slow. There's a lot of small talk, like Antonio telling Ray about the new hire and one of Ray's grown-ass friends trying to flirt with a kid in a chicken shop.
Hey, you can go home with me, fool.
It ain't until we're back at Antonio's office and Rhonda called him for some assistance. Antonio heads over to her office and then his boss is looking for him. Boss and secretary go to Rhonda's office to tell Antonio the good news, only to walk in on him giving Rhonda back shot.
Man, knock it off.
They fired on the spot and Rhonda's laughing like she an anime villain. I don't know what the hell that's about. We then cut to Renee bro showing up to their house and he trying to tell her the bad news about her husband, Antonio. I have no idea how he knows, but like, just deal with it. But then he does one of those long build-up explanations. Instead of just saying what the husband did, just say he cheated.
Our bookstore is like a portal,
It's neo-Victorian, it's steampunk.
and we wanted our Wix website to be too. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Josh.
Your husband ain't the man you think he is.
Then Antonio walks in last second, right before an actual explanation, of course. I hate when characters do that in movies. Just spit it out already. Then we cut to Renee visiting Antonio's old job because she just wanted to see her husband, being a working and strong man. Only to find out this man hasn't been working there for 2 weeks. She obviously mad, but then the boss tells her the real reason why he got fired, then she gets even more mad.
2 weeks went past that quick. She still got this Juneteenth shirt on, bro. Okay. I'm convinced. I gotta watch these movies, man. If you want me to watch these movies, leave a title on the first movie you want me to watch on Tubi, and I'm gonna get straight to it, man. Let's get back to this video.
You Miss Chambers. Renee, your job, everybody that work up in here, your nosy ass secretary. Renee.
We then cut to Antonio making music with that singer he met earlier. Then they start f***ing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. My guy really said, I already cheated once. I might as well do it again. Then Renee finally confronts him about his cheating, his job, and she is tired of his dishonesty.
You need to calm down. Stop telling me to calm down.
Oh,
This
bro,
man
what
just starts going Chris Brown on her and starts chasing her with a gun like he John Wick in the most intense chase scene I've ever seen in a movie.
No, son.
She falls and he brings her back home and threatens her, saying, you better not leave me, or I'm gonna go crazy. And he's also a crackhead now, I guess. Next scene, her
Where'd that
brother
come
shows
from?
up and sees her face. Super worried, he asks, who did this? And she's like, Antonio, but we're not together no more, so there's nothing to worry about. But he wasn't having it, and he was gonna deal with it on his own. Bro waits for Antonio to pull up out of his car to drive by his ass.
Hey, Antonio, you been beating on my sister? Yeah, that's my wife. That's your business. It's my business. Don't take off my sister.
And in Antonio's dying breath, he licks his lips and then dies again. Can't be seen having chapped lips around a hose. Then we cut to his funeral, which is mad empty. Not even his son showed up. Nobody liked this nigga, I guess. And Renee crying like he ain't just beat her ass 5 minutes ago.
Right.
What did I do? Renee then goes
What
to see
I
Antonio's
do?
mother. When after seeing Renee's scars, she said she always feared this would happen to her. Turns out Tony's father was also a cheater and a beater. And Antonio got his bad habits from his daddy. She begs for Renee to leave Antonio, but Renee says she can't leave him because he threatened her.
Bro.
But
How many times is this scar on her face gonna change though? Like, girl, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad, man. They ain't put no thought
he
into
was
it.
just at his funeral. He dead now. What are you gonna do? Slap you from the grave? Like, that's just ridiculous. Tony's mom then recommends her to at least leave the house while he's still there. And then she proceeds to think about her son's teacher that she spoke to for like 30 seconds. I didn't know you guys had that kind of relationship already. Anyways, we go to the next scene at night to the singer girl appearing to be catcalled by some random homeless dude. Only for him to be Antonio? I thought this man was dead. What the hell he coming back? First time I saw this scene, I thought it was a flashback or something. But nah, he's alive. He's alive. So what was that funeral about? Some Mr. Robot dream sequence or some shit? How is he not dead? I mean, from what I found out later on in the movie, he ain't from Wizards of Waverly Place. So how he came back to life? And the
Bro,
movie
slow down.
never explains this. He's just alive again and homeless now. My personal theory is that he has the same powers of Kenny from South Park, but that's just me. Anyways, he confronts the girl about her not answering his calls, but she ain't having it with his drug problems because he's a junkie now, I guess. He gets mad and is about to smack her, but then she pulls out the blicky on him.
Miko.
He slowly backs away from her and then notices someone he knows in the alleyway.
I know you.
What do you want, man?
It's his dealer, and he begging for more compound beef, but he
Bro.
got no money. So he offers to do whatever she wants. They walk away together, and we transition to a montage of Renee becoming a stronger woman who don't need no man. We then cut to her packing her bags to move out, and while packing, Renee's friend frantically comes in the room.
Renee, phone call. We need to go get Antonio now. Get him for what? Like I said, we need to go get Antonio.
And she does one of those things where she don't explain why she has to do it. She just says, there's no time. Like, nah, you gotta explain why I need to save my abusive husband, because I will never be in the mood for that. Renee eventually agrees to go, and as they looking around for him, they pull up to a trap house, and then her friend like, nah, let's just get out of here and call the police. This place ain't safe. But Renee's like, nah, he my husband. Nigga, you leaving him. Both of them go inside,
supposed
and
to be
Renee's
dead.
friend starts tripping for good reason, saying again, this ain't safe because there's literal junkies walking around, and why are we doing all this for him? Then Renee says,
Look, I just need to know. I just need to know what he's been up to.
no,
He was dead.
he had a crack house. That's an obvious sign to know what he's been up to. Renee's friend is spitting wisdom while Renee herself is spitting dumbasser. Anyways, they find Tony and he acting like his usual self ever since he died.
Antonio! Damn!
Who the fuck coming in my crib?
He start begging her to come back and Renee just staring at him for a little bit and she just says, let's get out of here. She's seen everything she needed to see. Then why the hell y'all here? What the hell you expected to look like? To him to be the kingpin of the house? They leave and then he chases them and then we transition to a murder scene and it turns out Tony's drug dealer died of an overdose and they suspect her boyfriend of doing it. Now, they haven't even identified her body yet, so I don't know how they know she has a boyfriend. One of the cops walks outside because he keeps complaining about the stink of the body.
Damn! Please get that damn body out of here.
He then sees a group of young African-American men hanging out minding their own business, and then the woman cop sees this and is like,
Man, I bet you $20 I see sold the drugs to Tosh.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold it right there.
y'all just saw these random dudes and automatically assumed they did it? You didn't even question them or yourself. You just went after them without no evidence. Like,
Bro.
damn. This movie's more realistic than I thought. But this one knows karate, so movie logic, I guess he did it. And that's the last we hear or see anything related to that, so what was the point? We cut to Antonio walking to Renee's house, begging
This
some
nigga
more,
got trash
but Renee
bags
is
on
really
his feet.
done with him this time. He tries to beat her ass again, but she's a strong, independent woman now, so the self-defense training came in clutch. She then tells him she going to church, so if he coming, he can come. He says, yes, I'll go anywhere with you, and enters the car with her, which I don't know how she comfortable with this man being in her car after he literally just tried to knock her out like he was Tyson. They enter the car together, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. That's it. Yep. But it has one of those, though I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful as today, and this, so that automatically makes this one of the best movies I've ever watched. Now, what are my thoughts on this movie? I thought it was pretty gosh darn entertaining. Sure, it had its mishaps like having a slow first 20 minutes, but overall, I freaking loved it. And I'm never gonna judge the acting of these types of movies. I think that just comes with the Tubi package. But the writing in these movies always takes a turn in a direction that I'll never predict by the time I'm at the end of the movie. Like, who the hell this guy robbed? But I love movies like this. They're fun to watch, and I bet the people who are making it had fun making it too. Now, I'm not gonna fuck around and say this movie's amazing or anything, up there with the likes of Citizen Kane and Date Movie. But if you're looking for something stupid, fun, and entertaining to watch, I recommend this. Cause I think this movie encapsulates what Tubi movies are about. Ridiculous. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've been gone for God knows how long, but hopefully that won't happen again. Hopefully. But I still 100% definitely love all of you guys. I love you. I love you. Also,
Man, he was just basically introducing me to the Tubi world. And already my mind is fried, bro. And what was I just watching? Like, come on, man. Y'all here with me, y'all watching this. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because there's gonna be a lot of stuff like this going on. I'm about to start watching these Tubi movies, man. So if you got a Tubi movie you want me to watch, leave it in the comments, and I'm gonna get straight to it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.